Do you think that the feminist movement has made men feel silent for so long that this is their way of taking back their power? What you're noticing worldwide with the transgender movement?
First of all, I want to talk about some new laws that happen in Spain. And the first one is that now you can walk to the police and say that you consider yourself a man or a woman, and they will legally change it without a doctor's permission, without a psychiatrist's permission, and every 6 months. I can go after 6 months and say, you know what, today I feel like I'm a woman again.
Wow.
And they will change it. And people is using that to change from men's prison to women's prison. And this way they can go to the women's prisons, have all the perks, and rape this woman. Beauty contest. We had the first transgender Miss Universe Spain, I think, in 2018.
So they're using it to their advantage, and that is very clear to see how we are moving backwards. You know, all the things that were primarily women, our women's sports, cosmetics, fashions, huge lingerie brands, pretty much every single aspect of products and services are now using them as the face. So there is a huge advantage for someone to say, well, I want to do it too, because there's something to gain. So it's promoted in our society. Do you think that the feminist movement has made men feel silent for so long that this is their way of taking back their power?
I believe unconsciously that's what is happening, because feminists are so radical, so they want to take the power back and they want to be loved back. That's what's happening. They want to feel appreciated, they want to feel respected, and if they cannot feel respected as being a white man, then they want to be white woman.
We as humans want to be seen and heard. Every single person that is on social media is there for social proof. It doesn't matter if you are modeling or you're fitness or you're a coach, you're looking for social proof. I hear constantly, oh, you're posting your photos for validation. It's funny to me, I laugh, because what about everybody who posts on social media? Male or female, you know, they're all posting for social proof. We all need to be seen and heard. The transgender movement is a perfect example of wanting to be seen and heard. These are people who have been silenced, pushed down, they have a lot of anger in them because of this.
They are all so angry.
And that is why it's coming out now. Have the courage to say, no, I do not want this pushed onto me. I'm not going to buy these products with these labels on it. I'm not going to wear these clothes just because you tell me to wear these clothes. I'm not going to allow my child to be confused and have a hard life as an adult because you tell him that's the way he needs to go.
And as kids want to be loved and they want to be seen. So like, oh mommy, today I want to be a woman, and they are men and they're little boys, just because they want to be accepted and they want to be loved by the others. And that's what the government is doing. They are grooming our kids, because these children, when they grow up, they are not gonna have a family. They are gonna be mutilated. They're gonna be so fucked up mentally that the only thing that they will be able to do is work for the government. And that's the main reason.
Well, it's up to parents. It's up to parents to stand firm and have the courage not to accept this.
Exactly.
And to, even though parents feel overwhelmed right now and out of control because they're not able to give 100% control over the environment, because as we know, children are seeing this in schools, on their iPhones. As a parent, it's very hard to completely take them away from this unless you move off the grid and take all the technology away, which is very hard, right? But you do, as a parent, have the ability to be transparent, open, and don't hide anything from your kids. You know, let them know this is the truth. This is what's going on. If they make a choice to do this when they are adults, that's on them. It is a parent's place to make that decision. And as a parent, you have to be courageous to stand firm on those boundaries. What would you tell a child right now that might be watching that is having a little bit of a gender crisis? They don't know if they feel like a man or a woman. They're not sure where they stand in society. What advice would you give them?
Look, I remember when I was a kid, I used to love my brother so much. I used to love to wear his underwear to school just because I had admiration for him. That doesn't made me a boy,
Right.
and I never wanted to be a boy. I only wanted to be like my big brother, all brothers. So I would tell them that they're gonna be loved, they're gonna be accepted, and they would appreciate to not be mutilated now that they are kids. They are kids. It's okay if they wanna play to be like girls. They wanna play with babies, whatever. But if they are born as a boy, they are boys. And if not, it's something that a psychiatrist can treat, not a surgeon, a psychiatrist. Because as an anorexia or all the other mental health disorders can be treated. When you have dysmorphia with your gender, this can be treated as well, mentally.
You are having, if you're a little confused right now, you're not sure because let's say you put on a piece of women's clothing and that was fun for you, or maybe you have an affectionate feeling for the same sex. That does not mean that you are gay. It does not mean that you should be another biological sex. It just means that you are too young and too inexperienced in life and that you need to wait, you need to educate yourself, you need to learn, you need to be comfortable with who you are. And before we close up, I thank you so much, Ada, for coming on. Making it out here this long trip to come see me. I'm really excited to have you on. I look forward to you coming back to the States, and I think that you're going to do some really big, amazing things. I see so much in you. I hope that you keep it up. I know it's hard in the beginning. You know, people see changes in you and they don't know how to take it. And anytime you see hate, remember hate is fear. That's really what it is. It's fear of the unknown. It's fear of differences. When you are different than somebody else, that makes them feel inferior, naturally. And they don't know how to relate, really. So don't take it personal. Keep going on this path. You're going to do some really amazing things. Is there anything you want to touch on before we go?
No, I think that's pretty much all. Thank you very much for inviting me.